Now, speaking of Gilbert Burns, I saw that the Colby Covington thing was talked about, and Gilbert Burns is saying, "Hey, man, I'm ready to go. You said you're ready to fight. You've talked about it. Let's go ahead and do it in Miami." You don't think Colby will sign it?
No, I don't.
Why? Why is that?
Because you got to be honest about it, Josh. Take a look. If there was one thing that I didn't talk about that fight, you took all the work, and thank you very much to you and George for doing that. But there was a couple things in that fight. Watching it, first off, Colby took an ass whipping, but he absolutely showed he is a tough human being. He's a tough man. He doesn't fucking whine. During the fight, he's going after it. He's trying. But, he was cut in multiple spots. He was cut across the brow right in here. He was cut inside the actual, right where the start of the eyelid, which is what caused them concern. But, Chael can say what he wants. And like I said, I love you. He wasn't coming close to winning that fight. He wasn't coming back.
No.
He was getting the shit beat out of him. The fight was just going to continue on in the direction it was. And you got to be honest. There's a difference that has happened with Colby in that, and we talk about, look, sometimes guys let their careers slide by while they're doing all the shucking and jiving and talking and stuff, and it's great, but you're not fighting. And he hasn't gotten better. He has gotten worse. I'm just going to be, as honest as I can. He has slowed down. He's not as fast. His entries when he tries for a takedown, it's just not as deep. He doesn't get where he used to get. And all of those things are going to work against him in anybody he fights. And if he fights Gilbert, I'm not saying that, does he want to take Gilbert down? It's not an easy position to be in. I'm not saying that he can't and that he cannot get away with, possibly not getting submitted, but he is definitely putting himself into the crock pot because it's hot. He's going to be putting himself in a position where you look and you go, man, that's, on the feet, Gilbert has more power, not a doubt in my mind. And I think he has the more speed. So it's no different than what, the fight we just watched. Speed is a killer when it comes to fighting. And the faster guy and the guy that is, we talk about being stronger and bigger. And, the Tyson Fury, fight shows that it's not the stronger, guy, bigger, more powerful guy that wins most of the time. It's the guy who is in shape, can go rounds without stopping, without letting off the gas, which Colby can do, and the guy that's faster. But Colby was getting tired in the fight with Buckley because he's having to work harder. And that's just part of what happens as you get older as a fighter.
Yeah, when I look back at the Colby Covington fight, I've said this. I said this on that show. Is his window of opportunity to be elite
gone?
It came and went within a 2-year period, and that's pretty much common for almost every top level fighter. Now you're building your way up to being elite, but once you get to that title shot, that's kind of your peak of elite. Once you win the title, that makes you a little bit better, as most fighters will tell you. Once you win the title, you feel that 10%, 5%, 20%, whatever it is, it makes you feel like you're invincible. I speak from experience. I fought Gilbert the second fight feeling invincible. That's why that fight was so good. I felt like he couldn't hurt me, even though he rocked me a couple of times. I felt like he couldn't hurt me. I felt like in the 5th round when Hav goes, you need to finish this fight if you want to keep your title. I went out there in that first 2 minutes and literally laid it on the line as much as I possibly could. And I got tired, but you got to keep pushing. Yeah. I don't see the eliteness out of Colby Covington anymore. And people were trashing on him. I am not a Colby Covington fan when it comes to his trash talk and his shtick and all that. I'm not. Okay.
Except for walking out to Hulk Hogan's song and ripping his shirt. Kind of cool.
All that stuff is great. I think it's great for I think it's great for the promotion. I think it's great for the sport, all of those things. I'm not a fan of that stuff because my era didn't do a lot of that.
That's right.
My era was the George Masvidals and the Cowboy Cerrones. We didn't talk a lot of shit. We just said, let's fucking fight. Yeah. That was our era. The Frankie Edgars, that's that kind of era of let's just fight. Colby, Chael, they reinvented it all. Connor, they reinvented how to get more clicks. Great. Good for them. I think it's wonderful for the sport. That's what helped grow this. That's what helps to grow this sport even bigger. Just the eliteness, though, it came and went with him. And I have a tendency to believe that when you are a wrestler, it comes and goes a little bit faster. And fucking Randy Couture fucked it up for everyone. Like you said.
Every show I'm putting out there, Randy Couture is the
Yes.
fucking person that has created this goddamn misconception that anyone can do it.
Yeah, people in their mid 40s can keep fighting. No, it's not true. And I know that Colby's not that old, but look, it's definitely hard to wrestle at a high level and get those takedowns against top tier fighters when you're 36, 37, 38 years old. It's a lot harder to be grinding in there and pushing that pace. Colby's moment of peakness was his elite level, was literally like during the Usman fights. That was it. That's what he had.
Yeah,
that was all he.
His first fight against Usman was the best fight he's ever had, in my opinion. It was a great performance. I mean, he lost, but man, he was in that. Going into the 5th round, that thing was tied 2-2, and they were both putting it on the line. That was a great performance by him.
I agree, absolutely. Now to go back to what we started this on, do I think he'll fight Gilbert? I think he's kind of in a position where he doesn't have a lot of pull anymore. Like he needs to look, if you want to fight, look, you've already wasted a lot of your career fighting once a year, that kind of thing. Like this is the end to kind of cash out. You need to fight guys like Gilbert who are about your age and a little bit older.
Yeah.
Like you need to fight those kind of guys. Your biggest fear should be guys like Ian Gary calling you out that are younger. You don't want to fight those guys. If Gilbert's calling you out, and no, it's not a knock on Gilbert. Gilbert has plenty of ways to beat Colby Covington. Yeah. Jiu-jitsu wise, I think I agree with you. The hand speed wise, all of those things.
Power wise.
Right now, you should be glad that it's a 38-year-old or a 39-year-old calling you out and not a young 26 and 27, 28-year-old. Yeah. If I'm you, I'm jumping on that fight. Hey, you know what? I'm going to fight someone that's kind of
my age. Actually, a little bit older.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I'm going to take that fight, to be honest. And it's in Miami in April. That gives me plenty of time to heal. I can rest up, get ready. January, February. February, I'm starting to get my body back into shape. March, April, get ready to fight. It makes sense. I don't know if he'll do it, but if I'm sitting back going, man, this is my career. I got to cash out as much as I possibly can between now and then. I bet you in Miami, they'll make it a co-main or at least right below the co-main. I think because they're both Florida boys.
Yeah.
Or train in Florida, I should say. But that being said, I believe he should take that fight.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you. I think you're 100% right. I'm just not sure he will because it's a confidence thing.
Yeah.
And no matter what he says to the media as far as, I was trying to help Trump and I wasn't training. Stop. That's all bullshit because he knows it's bullshit. He knows what he did and he knows that, man, Gilbert's a tough fight. Oh, I can't lose another. And that's what starts to resonate in your head. I can't lose another. I can't lose another one, third in a row here. I can't do this. And that's where I look and I go, I'm not too sure he's going to take it.
John, there's nobody else in that division that like Stephen Thompson would be a tough fight.
I told you I agree that he should take the fight. I just not too sure. Confidence wise, look at confidence is everything. And when your confidence is broken, no matter what he's looking at it going, well, I can't get another loss. Gilbert Burns can beat him.
They all can beat him.
I'm not saying they can't. I'm just saying I'm not too sure that he's going to take that fight.
Yeah. If I'm him, I'm taking that fight.
Yeah, he should.
I'm trying to get as much money as I can.
He should.
Try to get back on the win track, see if I can. Gilbert's a tough fight. Doesn't matter who it against. Look, he gave Chimaev a tough dog fight. It's going to happen. All these guys at any moment, whoever shows up that night can beat each other. But I think that's a fight that I'm taking, especially in Florida, knowing that I could, bring people in. I could probably end up being one of those guys. It can be a co-main event. You can make it a 5-round fight where it benefits you more.
Well, right now, after this fight, Colby is actually ranked below.
Yep. So maybe he will take it now. Like, hey,
he's going to try to get himself back. So
yeah, makes sense. This episode is brought to you by BetUS. Make sure you guys YouTube 150 for the promo code. Also, Element, use the link in the descriptions down below. Any product you buy from there, they will send you a bonus package of product if you use our link down below. Element's amazing, man. I love it. And I want to say thank you, man. Thank you guys so much for continuing to support us.